Greetings and welcome to another Tomorrow's World webcast. My name is Wallace Smith and it's great to have you here. I would like to talk for a bit about the movie Deadpool. A huge success financially, actually, as we'll see in just a moment, made a lot of money. In recent days, it's been coming out on DVD, etc., and it's just been breaking all sorts of records for downloads. In fact, actually, I went to Google, the source of all wisdom and knowledge, though we know it's not, and actually looked up some statistics and just came across actually article after article. Deadpool bows atop disc sales charts. Deadpool sets new digital high-def sales records on home video. Deadpool just broke yet another record. People are just buying this off the shelves. Also, actually, Box Office Mojo, which is an organization that keeps track of such things, notes that the movie Deadpool is the number 2 top-earning R-rated movie of all time, oddly just under another movie called The Passion of the Christ, which is a whole nother webcast, actually. So the number 2 in terms of how much it made, its lifetime gross, they have here 2016, at this time of this print, it was $363 million. Really a hugely successful R-rated movie. Now, why would that be? First, please understand, I am not recommending watching the movie. I have not watched the movie. I've mentioned things on this webcast about various movies that are out. Please understand I'm not recommending them. I have not seen this movie. I will not see this movie for reasons I'll make real clear in a moment. But I do think there's something to learn from the success of the movie. The movie, for the fans of this comic book character, Deadpool, was a dream come true. And I am familiar with the character from my misspent youth. And it is a violent, vulgar movie, just extreme sexual explicitness, extreme gore, just really remarkably terrible in that way. And yet at the same time, that's not what's so unique about it. We've had extreme sexuality and gore in movies for a long time, but they weren't breaking box office records like this one. There was an article back when the movie was first released. It was a review by The Federalist, which is a website news source, opinion page that I enjoy reading from time to time. And they reviewed the movie on February 12, 2016. The review is by Rebecca Cusey. And she titled her review this: "If you like glorying in nihilism, you'll love Deadpool." There was one particular statement I thought she really was very insightful that she makes here in the review. She says, "The biggest drawback of Deadpool, that is, if you can handle the explicit content, is also its greatest draw. A determined and unapologetic moral ambiguity." She says, "Deadpool isn't a hero. He constantly reminds the audience," because the character does actually talk to the audience, and she uses some of these cartoon symbols to symbolize bad words. I'm not going to put bad words in here. I'm just going to use blankety blank, which is one of my favorite substitutes. She says, "Deadpool isn't a hero. He constantly reminds the audience he is just a blankety blank who beats up worse blankety blank," because the movie does have a lot of vulgarity. Says, "Lest you think this is all some cover for some coming moral revelation, the final scene explicitly sets up a moral conflict for him to fail." Now this really gets at this next paragraph. She writes, "He gets the question. He gets the moral standard. He chooses not to follow it. The audience is left with the question of how they feel about that. I fear that many will cheer." And it just chilled me when I read that statement in this review because, frankly, it is spot on. The review of the movie, from everything I've seen, is exactly accurate. This movie is successful not because of the gore and the explicitness and the rest. We've had that regrettably for decades. It's successful because it connects with its audience on this kind of moral ambiguity, or not really truly, again, ambiguity in a sense. There is a moral question of right and wrong, and the idea that I want to forget that question and do what I want. And that does appeal to our audiences. And it's part of the reason our civilization is falling apart. It's interesting. Deadpool actually springs from the Marvel comics. This is not the part of the Marvel movies owned by Disney. This is the part owned by, I I think it's 20th Century Fox. And the Marvel Comics had a series starring him once called Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. Well, I would remark and say Deadpool kills civilization, because everything being celebrated about this movie is at the heart of the rot inside our civilization. And don't get me wrong, I get it. I get the appeal. I'm just saying some things that are appealing should be rejected. You know, prophecy says, the Apostle Paul says in 2 Timothy 3, that before the end comes, there will be a world full of brutality and violence, and that there will be a people that find these things appealing. And as far as I can tell, Deadpool may be a movie, but in another way, it may be the trailer for the movie to come. And it's not going to be a good movie. Thanks for watching. Please check out everything we have available at tomorrowsworld.org.